Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to our wonderful journey of discovery. In the last episode, we wandered through majestic waterfalls, untouched rainforests, and ancient sacred temples. But that was only the beginning. Have you ever heard of an island where the water glows at night? Or floating villages that have existed for centuries? In this chapter, we dive deeper into the soul of Southeast Asia, where nature, time, and spirit merge into a magnificent symphony. Once a quiet fishing village, now a world-class paradise where waves meet wonder, Pantai Chenang in Langkawi, Malaysia, began as a humble coastal town, but tourism has transformed it into a vibrant yet peaceful escape. Lined with resorts, restaurants and local shops, the beach buzzes with life, yet somehow still whispers calm. The landscape stretches endlessly, a long beach, distant hills, and lush tropical forests embracing the shoreline like a secret. Pantai Chenang is more than a destination. It's a heartbeat in Langkawi's economy, drawing thousands of international visitors each year who come for the sun, the waves, and the thrill of water sports. Would you choose peace or energy? Here, you don't have to choose. You get both. And from waves to skyscrapers, we arrive at Singapore's Raffles Place, the city's financial core, where towering buildings pierce the sky like steel ambitions, where banks, global companies, and trading giants come together, pulsing with the energy of a modern economy. One place breathes with nature. The other hums with power. Which path would you follow in your journey? Raffles Place, the island nation's vibrant financial core. Skyscrapers rise like sleepless dreams, yet within the steel and glass, colonial whispers remain. Green parks, tree-lined paths, and gentle pauses between the rush remind us. This isn't just a centre of commerce, it's a place where even ambition takes a breath. From there, we drift to the east, to the sacred peak of Mount Agung in Bali. Towering over 10,000 feet high, it's not just a volcano, but a home of the gods in Hindu belief. On its slope rests Pura Besakih, Bali's largest and holiest temple, resting like a bowed head beneath the sky. And from the summit, Bali stretches endlessly below, wrapped in sea and silence. From Bali, we journey to Brunei, where the Brunei River winds gently through the city like a lifeline. Stretching nearly 9 miles, this river carries more than goods. It carries daily life. Along its banks stand traditional stilt houses, mirroring the culture of those who call this place home. The scenery shifts from mangroves to wild wetlands, where countless animals roam. Tourists don't just pass through, they feel the river's soul, through boat rides, fishing trips, or simply drifting under open sky. And then we arrive in Malacca, Malaysia's legendary ancient city. Once a major trade hub in the 15th century, it welcomed merchants from China, India, and Europe. That legacy lives on in old homes, temples, and sacred sites, where cultures touched and history whispered. Malacca, a city where the past still breathes, where nature and memory intertwine. Rivers meander gently through the city. Tropical gardens bloom around every turn. Malacca is not just a keeper of culture, but a destination for those seeking history, heritage, and flavours shaped by centuries of trade. With a vision of sustainable eco-tourism, it doesn't just preserve the past, it invites every traveller into a living, breathing story. If these places, stories, and people have stirred something within you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on the next magical journey. From there, we journey to the heart of Java, Indonesia, where stands Borobudur, a Buddhist masterpiece built in the 8th century. Carved from millions of stones, it rises in layers, each level symbolizing a step in Buddha's path to enlightenment. The temple walls are etched with stories of his life, surrounded by rice fields and mountains, a place where silence speaks and the spirit finds its way home. Turquoise waters, powdery white sands, and over 50 islands form a dreamlike archipelago. El Nido is not just a retreat, it's a sanctuary for divers and explorers alike. Coral reefs bloom beneath the surface, marine life dances in the light, and the sea remains crystal clear. Here you can kayak through narrow coves, hike through untouched forests, or simply sit in silence as the sun dips or rises, as if the world pauses just for you. And then, we travel to Sumatra Peninsula, the emerald jewel of Da Nang. Just 6 miles from the city, yet it feels worlds away. Spanning 23 square miles, its tropical forests breathe with life, and it is the only home in Vietnam to the rare red-shanked Duc langur. From its peak, soaring over 2,000 feet above sea level, the city and the bay unfold below, a breathtaking panorama of purity, stillness, and awe. Forests untouched, ecosystems rich and breathing. The waters below shimmer with clarity, perfect for swimming. Each twist in the road reveals another breathtaking view. And once you reach the top, you'll know it was worth every turn. From Vietnam, we travel to Cambodia, where Angkor Wat rises like a stone dream from centuries past. Built in the 12th century under King Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat is one of the world's largest temples, known for its lotus-shaped towers and intricate carvings that narrate Hindu myths and ancient history. Every detail is crafted with sacred precision. Surrounding the temple is a tranquil landscape, calm ponds, where nature and divinity reflect each other in silence. And then we arrive in Bangkok, Thailand's bustling capital. Here, majestic temples rise among gleaming skyscrapers. The Chao Phraya River and its canals flow like the city's veins, carrying stories, traditions, and lives. Bangkok is both sacred and electric, a haven for spiritual seekers, and a playground for shoppers and food lovers, with vibrant night markets and the bold, unforgettable taste of Thai street food. More than skyscrapers, Bangkok is a cultural heartbeat, where Songkran rains joy over the streets in a splash of celebration. Its public transport is diverse: subways, sky trains, buses weaving through the city's pulse. Day or night, Bangkok stays awake, alive, with light, sound, and soul. Then we leave the city glow for Palawan, the pearl of the Philippines. Here, turquoise bays, lush forests, and towering limestone cliffs meet in perfect harmony. Palawan's rich ecosystems and protected reserves make it a haven for both nature and people. Traditional festivals honor not just culture, but the land itself. Today, Palawan stands not just as a tourist paradise, but as a model for sustainable tourism, where beauty thrives in balance. Soaring to 1,183 feet, completed in 1998 after 6 years of construction, the Twin Towers are not just among the tallest buildings in the world, but a fusion of modern engineering and Islamic-inspired design, surrounded by parks and green spaces. They offer a rare harmony where glass and steel meet leaves and light. More than an architectural marvel, the Petronas Towers symbolize Malaysia's rise, its oil, its finance, its strength. They are a source of national pride. A beacon drawing travelers from across the globe. A statement to the world that Malaysia doesn't just dream tall, it builds tall and shines. Gardens by the Bay spans over 101 hectares, a green sanctuary where nature meets imagination. The super trees, towering 164 feet tall, glow at night like guardians from another world. The cloud forest, with the world's tallest indoor waterfall, lets you walk among misty treetops in a forest suspended in air. Smart irrigation, solar energy, every detail crafted for sustainability. This is not just a park, it's a stage for art, culture and wonder. A haven for nature lovers in the middle of the metropolis. If these places, stories and people have stirred something within you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to join us on the next magical journey. Then we drift to Phuket, Thailand's largest island, endless beaches, crystal waters, islands like jewels scattered across the sea. Phuket is more than a getaway. It's a gentle hymn sung by waves and sunlight. Its charm lies not only in its beaches, but in centuries of culture layered in its streets. Chinese elegance, Portuguese grace, all blend into an island full of soul. The vegetarian festival explodes with colour and devotion, a living tradition breathing through modern life. Today, Phuket stands as one of Thailand's major tourism hubs, fueling the national economy with its beauty and energy. From the sea, we rise to the mountains of Vietnam, to Sapa, the jewel of the northwest. Terraced rice fields cascade down hillsides like living stairways. Waterfalls tumble through green valleys, and the cool air offers a quiet escape from the heat of the cities. Fansipan Peak, standing over 10,300 feet tall, is known as the roof of Indochina, calling adventurers to reach for the sky. Ethnic groups like the Hmong, Dao, Thai and Giai still weave, embroider and craft jewellery, just as their ancestors did. Life here moves with the rhythm of the land, grounded in agriculture and handmade heritage. A quiet harmony between people and nature. But what would remain if we let go of these humble, beautiful ways of life? Then we journey to Bagan, the sacred jewel of Myanmar, once the capital of the pagan kingdom. Bagan still holds over 2,000 ancient temples, pagodas and stupas, spread across 15.5 square miles. Built between the 9th and 13th centuries, they trace the spiritual rise of Buddhism. Temples rise like fingers pointing to the heavens. Have you ever stood before a 1,000-year-old monument and felt your soul fall silent? Bagan is not just a heritage site. It's where nature and faith carved a kingdom that time cannot erase. One of the most unforgettable experiences in Bagan is rising with the morning sun in a hot air balloon, watching thousands of ancient temples stretch across the plains like stone prayers. Buddhist festivals light the city with meaning, drawing both locals and travellers into sacred celebration. Have you ever looked down at history from the height of a dream? From Myanmar, we return to Vietnam, to a hidden world beneath the earth. Phong Nha Kabang. Phong Nha Cave is nature's cathedral, carved over millions of years. With towering limestone formations, surreal stalactites and stalagmites shaping a realm of wonder and mystery. The blend of local festivals and religious traditions breathes spirit into the silence of stone. In the heart of the earth, could we be hearing the echoes of an ancient universe? Located in Albay province on Luzon Island, Mayon rises nearly 8,000 feet, famed for its flawless cone shape, considered one of the most beautiful volcanoes in the world. But beauty can be volatile. Mayon has erupted with fury, leaving destruction in its wake. Yet in folk stories, it stands as a symbol of resilience, of beauty that survives chaos. Below its slopes, rice fields ripple in the wind, tropical forests breathe in the sunlight. Is there anything more powerful than a mountain that both destroys it and gives life? The Mayon Volcano Festival is held each year, a celebration of strength and grace, where sports, culture and nature come together as one. Then, we journey to Luang Prabang, a former royal capital resting on the banks of the Mekong. Surrounded by mountains and rivers, it once held the spiritual and cultural soul of the Lanzang kingdom. And when the bells of ancient temples ring through the hills, don't you feel time quietly folding in on itself? Here, people live with grace and warmth, their lives gently flowing alongside rivers and hills. Buddhist culture shapes every day, not just in rituals, but in how they walk, speak, and smile, creating a serene calm that wraps around you. Have you ever wished to live in a place where peace is not a pause, but a way of life? Luang Prabang is not just a top destination in Laos. It's where nature and culture meet, leaving every visitor quietly transformed. And then we arrive in Chiang Mai, a city over 700 years old nestled in the green mountains of northern Thailand, surrounded by cool air and lush hills. Chiang Mai enchants with ancient Lana temples, cascading waterfalls, blooming gardens, and a rhythm of life that invites you to breathe deeper. Amid such nature, could you let go of urgency and live slowly with intention? More than temples, this city invites you to dive into its culture, meet local tribes, learn their crafts, and wander through lively night markets filled with colours, flavours, and laughter. And if your soul longs for challenge, Chiang Mai offers trekking trails through jungles and peaks waiting to be climbed. Are you ready to leave your comfort zone and walk into a version of yourself you haven't met yet? If these places, stories and people have stirred something within you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to join us on the next magical journey. Then we arrive at the Phi Phi Islands, Thailand's shimmering jewels. Here, fine white sand and crystal blue waters wrap around you. The marine life is vibrant, coral reefs glowing beneath the surface. From diving and kayaking to cave exploring or simply resting under open skies, Phi Phi is not just a destination. It's nature's way of reminding us that magic still exists. But far to the east, across seas and myths, lies Raja Ampat, the Four Kings of Indonesia, named after a legend whispered by waves. This place holds the richest marine ecosystem on Earth. Thousands of islands scattered across turquoise waters, vibrant coral reefs glowing beneath. Over 75% of the world's coral species call this sea home. Do you still believe in magic if you see it moving with the tide beneath your boat? On land, towering limestone hills and tropical forests rise like sentinels. The people here live in harmony with the ocean, fishing, guiding, protecting. Raja Ampat is more than paradise for divers. It's a living story of how nature and humanity can still walk side by side. We've wandered through ancient streets, climbed sacred peaks, followed rivers that flowed like memory, touched architecture, beliefs, people, and wild nature. Not just to see, but to understand that every land holds a soul, whispering its story in its own way. Between modernity and tradition, between noise and stillness, Asia is not just a continent, it is a journey of awakening. And you, standing before a world this vast, are you ready to listen to what your heart has been quietly calling for? If you want to continue discovering untold mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because the next video might change the way you see the universe.